Okay, so I'm going to be talking about my Zane build. And before I get through what's going on, I want to say that this does take me, like that actually took that long to open the inventory. I do carry everything I can find, or the best of it anyway. So, every video I have seen says, oh, you are going to need this. And this isn't one of those videos. You can use anything. Let's put that on there. In fact, you know what? I'm going to turn and drop my class mod. Drop it right on the ground. Not going to need it for the moment. I could just sit there. So, let's just respec.
Oh, Zane,
Start
you're
fresh.
looking bad. But good bad, not that bad.
So, 48 skill points. Now, at the very beginning, very first thing you want to do with your first couple points is just dump it all into this. So if you're using one action skill, you have an extra 20% gun damage. Very first thing. You can start off from the beginning with this. As soon as you have skill points, you can just dump it into that. You could put them here, and it wouldn't be a bad idea. In fact, I'm going to put 2 points there. And 3 points into here. Because I don't want to spend too much on the shields. The only reason I'm on the shields is so that I can freeze enemies without a cryo weapon and get the extra gun damage as long as my shields are active. Keyword's active. They don't have to be full. If they're full, you get 20% bonus, as it says there. But as long as your shields are active, you have bonus damage. So let's go back to the drone. Fractal frags. When you call out your digiclone, if there's an enemy, they will throw a grenade. The enemy doesn't have to be there the moment you call out your digiclone, but the moment your digiclone sees its first enemy, it will throw a grenade. And when your digiclone dies, regardless of enemies, it also drops a grenade. So, now we're going to increase the action skill duration because, well, we want the digiclone to be out for as long as we can. This is not one of those cancel your clone builds. This isn't one of those trick exploit glitch things. I often play with glitches and I love them, but that's not this video. So, we got right here, whenever you swap places with your clone, shields instantly begin recharging. But we still can't afford down here, so we're going to go back up here and max out Donnybrook, so that whenever you kill an enemy, you and your clone gain an extra 15% gun damage. Then old you, in case we actually get hurt and need to recover while our clone's out, we can just end the clone and come back to life, no worries. In fact, I love that the description at the bottom says the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he was actually a hologram. It's hilarious. So, Supersonic Man. I'm gonna max that out so we get an extra 24% move speed if we use both of our skills without getting a kill. And the double barrel. Double barrel is amazing by itself because your clone does not use your ammo. So you can give your clone a rocket launcher or a shotgun or a sniper or a TDR weapon that you only need to reload. The possibilities are up to you. Like the loading screen says, it definitely can't be exploited, probably. And, well, the thing is, we are going to exploit. Not glitch, no, that's not this video. What we're going to be doing, pocket full of grenades so that we always have full grenades. So that every time we call our clone out, Boom Enhance uses 3 grenades to get us the ultimate super badass digiclone. You only get the ultimate super badass if you consume 3 grenades, and you'll only consume 3 grenades if you're full when you call them out. So you'll get an ultimate super badass digiclone doing an extra 60% gun damage that's holding an exact duplicate of your weapon. And you both get 20% gun damage when you swap places. So you call out your digiclone, immediately swap places with them, and your digiclone is using your gun with an extra 80% gun damage. On top of your bonuses to gun damage, like having the extra 40% gun damage from your own weapon because of using 2 action skills. Speaking of which, assign the clone. I always focus on this one. It is the most important one to me. Second to that, you could use this one. I'd avoid, like, the Cryo Nova's okay, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and I don't see the cryo efficiency being that helpful. But Double Banger is wonderful. And you can also assign this one so that people are more likely to attack the clone instead of you. I never use this one because the clone dies fast enough. I don't want him taking damage from shots that hit me. That just seems redundant. It's just going to kill him faster. So, shield, we've got our confident competence. We are done here. If you want to use the shield, which I don't recommend, I would have charge delay and nanites or some shite. So that way you can move a lot faster and reload faster, constantly get health regen. The dome is nice, but it increases the cooldown time by an extra 20%, so it takes longer. So let's get to the Sentinel. My little baby. I find that I have tried a build where both the Sentinel and the drone were spec'd for damage. I didn't put anything in here, and I put all the points into here so that I could even get all the way down to here, and put a couple points into Good Misfortune. But as much as the gadgets were staying out for the entire battle, I'd call them out at the start of a fight, and they'd last until the end of the fight. I felt like I wasn't doing enough damage. So, instead of going all the way down here, we put a couple in here to get this one and this one. The Confident Competence and the Brain Freeze. And to get those two, and with the points that are left, we're going to max out Violent Speed, and violent momentum. And I see almost everybody dropping points into death follows close. Kill skill bonus of 25%. So on that, 25% of 20% is 5. So you'd get an extra 5% movement speed. The duration is nice, but let's take a look at another one. Where are my kill skills? 15%. So 15% gun damage. Increased by 25%, goes up to 18.75% gun damage. So you're getting an extra 3.75% gun damage on this. So really, death follows close. The kill skill bonus is next to nothing when you actually get down to how much it's going to increase what you're getting. The kill skill duration, that's where this actually has some meat. This is where why people want to use death follows close. So we're going to use drone delivery instead, because I'd rather have more grenades being tossed out to get more kills faster instead of worrying about my kill skills lasting almost double the time with almost no extra efficiency. Especially when I could be doing an extra grenade every 15 seconds instead of having an extra 2% gun damage and whatever. I'm going to be killing things too fast. So, we're going to go bad dose to increase my movement speed and fire rate, weaken enemies, do all that good stuff. And with the other available slot, because we don't have enough points for the Boomsday or the Almighty Ordnance, we're going to give them the static field. And I have tried the Almighty Ordnance. I have tried Boomsday. And having the Sentinel spect for damage can get things done. It can. But that's at the cost of Zane having more damage. So, the nice thing about this, there is nothing about this build that requires you to have any certain item. Nothing about it. You do not require a certain class mod. You do not require a certain artifact. But at the same time, Anointed Operative, while Sentinel is active, move speed is increased by 15%. So that's a beautiful perk that you automatically take advantage of by using your gadgets. I mean, I have not seen too many anointed barrier perks that are really amazing or worthwhile at all. But right now, like, we've got I've seen the while Sentinel is active, move speed is increased by 15%. And while Sentinel is active, Sentinel gains 100% lifesteal as long as you are affected by any amount of terror. That's also amazing. So every single point of damage that the Sentinel does is returned to you as health if you're terrored or terrified. Do I have another anointed? don't. Oh yeah, the Band of Sidorak. That was for health. Where's my other one? Oops. Fallout. There we go. Sidorak, Nova, Trigger Happy. So the Band of Sidorak. If you have a shield like this, with bonus weapon damage while shield is depleted, you can have the Band of Sidorak, you can have the ward shield. Those are the only times that I would recommend Zane's, I can't remember the name of it. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Oh yeah, this rainbow looking thing. The Sonic Boom Infiltrator. I would only recommend you use one of these if you're using that style of shield, because this one will break your shield every time you activate an action skill. And if you're the kind of person that likes to cancel your action skills to spam whatever else, then yeah, you can use this with the Sidorak or the ward shield, and you'll just keep breaking your shield to get all the extra bonuses, but you won't have a shield. So you gotta make sure that you keep up your movement speed. What? Meleeing ammos, or melee enemies to steal ammo is a really nice way to make sure you always have rocket launcher ammo. And if your ultimate super badass digiclone is doing a lot of killing, then you actually have the chance to run around at bonus speed to melee enemies until you can start pulling the trigger again. So if you can find a cut burst artifact, definitely hang on to it. But once again, there's nothing about this build that requires anointed. Like, you don't need an anointed weapon. You don't need an anointed shield. But this video is already getting pretty long. It's almost at 20 minutes. So I'm going to cut it here and make a separate video showing off the actual killing and using of this. See you there.